Welcome, Crypto Warriors. Today we are discussing the Chainge app, where they state you can supercharge your life with automated finance. You can say goodbye to middlemen, bureaucracy, and the hassle of complicated finance with their new app, which is available on the App Store if you have an iPhone. Once you get into the app, very easy to get into it. Just an SMS to your cell phone, and then you have the ability to add a PIN code and then log into the app. Chainge is a cross-chain DeFi app running on the Fusion blockchain that empowers people from all corners of the world to become their own digital bank. With Chainge's automated financial services, users have complete control over their wealth while enjoying 100% freedom and security. From cross-chain swapping in one tap to earning through time framing and liquidity mining, Chainge unfolds a completely new decentralized financial universe with no hassles and no limits. In just a few months, this unique DeFi app has already gained over 400,000 users and $60 million total value locked in liquidity pools while people enjoy their spot DEX and futures DEX. On top of their already popular money-making features, Chainge.Finance has completed the decentralized exchange trilogy with one final groundbreaking addition, the options DEX. Not to mention, when it comes to security, the Chainge app is as secure as it gets. This app was developed by 4 of the top cryptologists in the world and created with DCRM, distributed control rights management technology, which makes the protocol naturally immune to hacks. The 3 main features in Chainge app include cross-chain roaming, liquidity pools, and the option DEX. Cross-chain swapping is a new innovation that the Chainge app has implemented in order to have the best tech in the DeFi space. Some of the benefits of cross-chain are, but not limited to, moving tokens from one chain to another without having to go through a token bridge, utmost simplicity and speed, performing any cross-chain transaction with just a couple of taps. You get to save money, having very low fees and skipping useless steps to complete cross-chain transactions. You get complete security and reduce the risk of losing your assets to zero since the app is 100% decentralized. Also, you get 100% privacy because all Chainge's cross-chain operations are in stealth mode. The next feature to check out on the Chainge app is the liquidity pools. In exchange for providing liquidity, users, aka liquidity providers, will earn trading fees from the trades that happen in their pool proportional to their share of the total liquidity. Chainge app understands the risk of impermanent loss, but has 2 futures pairs that have no impermanent loss and an over 100% APY. The third feature is the new implemented options DEX. First, Chainge is providing an online form to apply the listing of options of a certain token with the requested exercising price. Once it gets approved by the Chainge community by voting with the CHNG token, it goes over 100 or 1 million Chainge votes. It will automatically be listed in the Chainge options DEX. So let's jump into the Chainge app on your phone, available on iOS and Android. Once you've downloaded the app and you're able to put in your passcode or to onboard with your QR code, you can access the app, and this is the screen that you will see. The first screen is the exchange, earn, and payments options. It shows your total balance. Right here, it shows assets as well as orders. And of course here, one of the best parts of this app is the fact that you have various assets that you can trade in a decentralized manner. So for one, you have Chainge.Finance, their token, CHNG. Next, you have FSN, or known as Fusion. Of course, we have good old Tether, USDT, which is very popular for stablecoin market, Ethereum as well, Bitcoin, of course, Tron is available, Binance Coin, and Huobi token. And these assets are right here on the first page. So when you do purchase or move these assets to this app, here is where you can view them. So moving down a little bit lower, one of the things that you can do with the app as well, outside of viewing the wealth part of it, is the banking. All right, so banking, bank to your future. You can maximize your wealth in a fully decentralized manner while finding the best ways to use your assets. So you can earn, meaning you can grow your future wealth by time framing your assets, which if you look here, you can actually use the change in your wallet. You can copy this address and send it there. However, as you can see here, it has different APYs for different assets. So the token that you choose in order to earn on this asset by being a liquidity provider, here you have the rewards with Fusion, 6% APY, USDT 12.2, Ethereum is at 9% APY. Bitcoin here at 7.16, Tron at 1.78, Binance 8.88, and Huobi token at 9.35. So you would choose your token based on whichever assets accrue more APY or APY for your actual earn bottom line. And if we move from there, the exchange. The exchange has 4 different options. It has spot, it has futures, it has the options dex, and it also has the pools, the liquidity pools. So under spot, your first option is to trade. If you deposit assets, here you can actually see where you can receive whichever asset that you choose or receive FSN. And once you deposit those assets, you can also add liquidity as well. So again, choose the FSN deposit if you want. Choose which chain you want to use. Again, this all feeds into the decentralized manner of the space, meaning that you can move assets across different chains, with different assets. So all of that is great to see. In a DEX and futures as well. If you don't want to trade spot, futures where you actually predict the price of an asset for the future, either higher or lower. And in order to initiate that process, you would first have to, of course, buy the asset. Again, look at the asset here, FSN. You choose the chain. And then once you buy it, you could liquidate whatever you have earned from that futures position. And then you also have the option to add liquidity so that you can continue, and this exchange can continue providing liquidity for the futures market. And one of their newer options here is the options exchange, the options dex, which allows you to trade options, which is a new concept. And you have the ability to buy, of course, and then, of course, sell those options at another price. You can get call options here. And, of course, you can also add liquidity. So all of these options are available under the exchange portion. And last but not least are the pools. All right. And the liquidity pools, you can actually have spot pools, future pools, and options pools available to you. And if you check those out, you can actually see which pools you are a part of. So currently not a part of any here, but once you add liquidity, you can actually view those pools. So the next option down here is build your own derivatives. You can actually trade options, write call options, write put options. You can exercise those options as well, call and put. So all of this is available under the banking feature, which basically gives you the ability to be your own bank, which is the point of this entire industry, is so that you can fully decentralize yourself and manage your assets for yourself. So we're going to take a look here at this middle button, the change code. This is just to scan the QR code if you were to purchase an asset or you wanted to transfer it to the decentralized exchange. C-Link, which allows you to add your contacts, and you can actually search them on here. So if somebody has the Chainge app, they can show you the QR code. You can scan it. They'll become a part of your contact list, which makes it easier for you to send and receive assets to peer-to-peer, to you, to a business, to somebody else. So that's great as well, so that you can, of course, as your own bank, be able to send payments to people whenever you want to, simply by having the C-Link. A few things here, as far as your profile, you can actually view your QR code here, your language, you can change your notifications on or off, your passcode. Of course, you want to turn on 2-factor authentication. Do not trust SMS. Even though this app has great security and has been audited, you still want to make sure you put that extra layer between you and anybody potentially taking your crypto. So let's look at these options here at the top. The exchange option, of course, takes you back to there. Earn option brings you back to the screen that we showed before, of course, where you can earn based on your liquidity. And then payments. Payments, if you want to send assets, use the spot futures options balance to pay a contact or an address. But you can also request assets, share your QR code with anyone, or send a request to the contact and get paid in no time. So these are all options that are available when using the Chainge app. Once you get to a point where you feel comfortable and you have assets and you have orders already moving, one of the things that you can do within the app is make sure that others are able to join. And because the gentlemen of crypto are pushing the Chainge.Finance app, we want to make sure that you actually help your friends get into the decentralized world of finance. And Chainge app is a great way to do that. If you would like to help onboard your friends and family into the Chainge app and help them become decentralized, make sure you check out their Twitter at FinanceChange. Also, they have a Medium channel as well at Chainge.Finance.medium.com. Their website is Chainge.Finance, and their Gitbook is at Chainge.Finance.Gitbook.io. So you can view there if you're a developer, and if you would like to view the Fusion blockchain, you can actually look at FusionDev.Gitbook.io.